1212, I go by the name of DJ What, and you're now listening to the original Jeek podcast. Let's go!
Ready to make an entrance, so backward cut. Come on, cut for me.
Oh yeah. Whoa, slow down. Whoa, speed up.
Fresh.
Making me itch.
What up, Jeeks? My name is Rockinmrmagic, and he is
UniqDNA.
And this is the original Jeek podcast. So buckle up, Jeeks, because here we go.
Oh, yeah.
So UniqDNA, my man, what's good? What's good? What's good?
You know, man, same old stuff, you know. Keeping busy, unfortunately, for the podcast. That's a bad thing. But
True.
life is happening. But
It's happening. We here, though.
yeah.
We gonna give you some fire today.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, I started a new gig. UniqDNA doing his thing, so we've been a little slacking, but we got y'all today. So without further ado, what are you playing or watching, my friend?
All right. So playing, you know, like I said, because I've been busy. So I'm all mobile. I'm on the Switch.
Hey, it's all good. That's why we carry the Switch in the backpack.
That's what the Switch stays in the backpack with the battery pack. Yeah, so on the Switch, I alternate depending on how I'm feeling. Between I'm still playing Breath of the Wild because I'm a completionist and I just got to get everything.
Gotta get it all.
And 2K19.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
you gonna yell at me? I still haven't played Breath of the Wild yet.
are you serious?
Yeah, my wife is so mad at me.
I can imagine.
Because
I'd
she
be
got
mad
that
at
for
you
me for my birthday.
I'll be mad.
That
at
was
you
a
too.
whole 6 months ago. No, I'm sorry. No, that's not right. That was a whole 8 months ago.
Yeah.
And I still haven't played it. And I'm about,
Not cool.
yeah. Yeah, it's not good.
Cool. And I'm also playing, which I am killing it. And anybody want to see me, UniqDNA, Modern Warfare Mobile. Call of
Yes, he is killing that. We got a little, UniqDNA started a little clan for Jeek Nation. So if you're in the community or not, join the community, ask for an ad because we are smoking it. We got mad people that are smoking it in Call of Duty Mobile. I am not because I just haven't tried it. I don't know why.
You need to get on it. So literally it's Modern Warfare on a cell phone. That's what I equate it to. It's amazing.
I think that's what the point was.
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't it was so unexpected because I played Fortnite on the phone and it lasted like maybe a day, and I was like, yeah, this is trash. Moving on. So I was like, I kept seeing the ad, and I was like, this is a joke. Call of Duty Mobile, nah, I'm not. No, it's gonna be trash. No, and then I don't know. I think I forgot my Switch one day, and I was like, all right, let me try this thing. So I tried it, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like graphics. I mean, granted, I have an iPhone 10, so I guess that helps. But graphics are amazing. Like I literally once you get the controls take a little bit getting used to because it's touch controls.
Yeah.
But once you get used to the controls, like I literally was like, I couldn't see myself. Like I didn't see the separation from Modern Warfare and it being on the phone, other than like,
wow,
I'm on the phone.
Okay.
They even have a chat, like the chat features. Like you can, have your headphones on or whatever, and you got the mic and talk.
They ain't playing.
Yeah. It's sick. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
So
I might have to download that on my iPad.
You need to get on that. Definitely need to jump on that.
I can delete some of these games on here that I ain't even playing. I got games sitting on here like what I got sitting on here.
It is definitely fire. All the same guns.
All the same guns?
Yeah, and they even got a battle royale mode, so that's cool. I mean, I'm not really into the battle royale stuff, so I just play team deathmatch all the time. But if you're into the battle royale, which like seems like everybody in the world is right now.
That's the trend.
Got that too.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's like my go-to. And then when I get bored with that, I hop on the Switch. Which I'm souped about. And I didn't get to post it yet, but I took a screenshot. I went undefeated. In the last match that I played, 22-0. No deaths.
Okay.
Got the nuke. It was dope. So I took a screenshot because I was souped. I was like, yo, I don't even know how I pulled that off myself, but that was fire. Like, usually I go like 20 and like 3 or like, I mean, my KD ratio is insane anyway, but to go 22-0, that was impressive even for me.
That's dope. That's it right there.
So yeah, that's what I'm playing. What about you?
Oh man, I haven't played a thing this week since with the new job, but what I've been playing of late really has been MLB 19 that came free. Thank you, PS Plus.
Nice.
Because I hadn't played the show since 15. So
I think that's the last one I played too.
You had the one with Pew on the cover.
Yep.
And so I was like, all right, let me get this, and it's nice. I'm feeling it. So I've been playing that. Jumping in GT Online, still keeping up with that.
Yeah.
And I think I have the last 3 games were, yeah. That I actually did play a little Live 19, just because I wanted to see what was still going down. And
I actually was kind of disappointed. I mean, I don't know what I expected. I guess it was all the hype, but I was just kind of like, it's just like all the other lives, and
I like it.
It didn't feel any different to me.
I mean, it's you can only do so much different.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But I liked it, and now I have to, to like love it since EA said they're not doing, a 20 NBA Live 20. So I gotta keep playing 19, and then that, and I had jumped in, did a little, probably 20, maybe half an hour. I spent back in back on Red Dead. Played a little Red Dead for half an hour offline. Went online for a little bit. It's like impossible to get into it online for me unless you're playing with people, because it's like I don't got time to be building myself up on that online just to do some bounty hunting. Like it seems to be just so much more fun when you're playing with people.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been playing. So mostly, if anything, I'll play some Plants vs. Zombies or whatever on my iPad if I'm at work, just to to bide some time. But yeah, mostly MLB the show, because it is super dope and it looks
nice.
It looks great, and I love free. You know me. Down with that FREE.
Yeah, I missed that one because I've been slacking on my PS4.
That's right.
I haven't played it so long.
That was October.
Yeah.
Download too.
Yep.
Oh man.
Usually, like what I'll do is like I'll just sign on the PS app on my phone and just
and get it that way.
Right there. So like,
that's what I did. So I'm like, yo, it had been a minute. So I'm like, let me secure this now, because this might be a while before I get on here.
But I just totally just missed it altogether.
Oh man. And so that's what I'm playing. Obviously, I'm watching Watchmen, and if for you listeners, I hope you're enjoying our recaps of HBO's Watchmen. We're having a lot of fun with that, and hopefully, we're gonna recap that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But when it comes to what we're doing, what we're having, what we're making, what we're creating, we want to hear from y'all as well, Jeeks. So continue to post in the Jeek Nation community if you've joined, and if you haven't, don't hit us up. See us at Jeek Nation. Just search Jeek Nation on Facebook. You'll see our main page. Give it a like. You see community. Click join. Make sure you agree to the rules, and they're not hard rules. Just don't be a jerk. Pretty much. Don't
Pretty
be
much.
cut. Yeah, pretty much. We're pretty open. Just don't be a jerk. Don't cuss nobody out. Don't call nobody no slurs, and you're good.
Right.
Join the community. We're growing and we're having a lot of fun. Yes, Jeek, Jeek Nation Community. We want to hear what you're playing, what you're doing, what you're creating as well.
Yep. For me, what am I watching? So I just finished Raising Dion.
It's about time. It's about time you finished that.
So this is what happened with that. So 2014 is when the comic book came out.
Right.
I bought the comic book. I was like, oh, this is dope. I had read about it somewhere, or maybe it was on a podcast. I don't remember, but somehow I heard about the comic book. And like I heard about the concept and stuff. I was like, that's pretty dope. So I got that. Read the comic book. I was like, this is super dope. My wife is not into that stuff. But I was like, she might like this because it was really more about, it was more about the mom and stuff.
Yeah,
like
it's about the
that. So
relationship.
So I was like, she might like this. So I gave it to her. She loved it. And
okay.
It was like I think that was the first time I ever got her to read a comic book.
All right.
And then like, so when the show came out, like, of course I couldn't watch it without her because she would have been like,
yeah, she would have been mad.
Like, what are you doing? So so we had to find some time when we both were able to sit down and watch it. So fortunately, I was on vacation last week, so I was home the whole week pretty much. So over the course of like 3 days, we just basically knocked out the whole series.
Nice.
So yeah, that was super dope. Can't wait for season 2. I'm just started Watchmen because I had some issues with my HBO now. Because for whatever reason, they randomly canceled my subscription, which I didn't do.
They better not been charging you for that time then.
Right. So that was what I had to go back and look. I'm like, well, did they charge me for the month? And they didn't, which thank God for that. But I'm like, who requested my subscription to be canceled? Because I definitely know I didn't.
Right.
Because I was going to cancel it. And then I purposely kept it because I knew that Watchmen was coming out. Because after, that horrible.
After Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season 8 finale of Game of Thrones. I was
can
like,
we even call it that? We can't even call it that.
I was like, I'm done with HBO. And then they were like, new series coming out. I was like, darn you. Why? So I was I'm a couple episodes behind, but I plan to be caught up by tomorrow. So that's mainly what I'm watching right now. And then creating, man, so much stuff. That's where all my time goes. So I got my photography stuff still going strong. I do a ton of stuff for the church. So I'm doing promos, I'm doing promo videos, I'm doing promo flyers, I'm doing the live stream stuff now is mine. So I'm doing that, and then I'm doing the re-edits, so for the replays and the re-uploads.
And you're building PCs.
And I'm building PCs. So yeah, so my boys.
Not for me yet.
Well, you never hit me up.
Not for me yet, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah. So yours is gonna be fire. We're gonna go crazy with yours, man. I don't know. I might have to get like a laser etcher and like all types of stuff. Get the Tojp on the side. Like, yeah, it'd be dope. Yeah. But so I'm doing that, which was that was crazy how that happened because we talked about it before. I built my PC after my MacBook died, and my iMac is just so old it wasn't worth using anymore. And so I was like, originally I was gonna just get another iMac, and then I was like, the one that I wanted with the specs that I wanted for what I need to do. They were like, yeah, wait a minute, I could build a PC. So I built that. And then right now, if we don't have one for my church, I've been bringing mine to church. So we could do live streaming like that. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, how much would you charge me? And I'm like, I was gonna do it for free, but since you want to pay me,
you said that. Well, let me calculate some labor costs right now.
Yeah. So we talked it out, we worked it out, got the prices together. I built him a spec sheet, sent it out to him, told him how much everything was gonna cost. He was like, perfect. Fortunately for me, there's a micro center like 35 minutes away. Also fortunate for me, the micro center is 3.5% sales tax. So I went there, copped all the parts, had to order some stuff on Amazon, built it in like 3 days, and then I posted it online, and everybody was like hitting me up in the DMs like, yo, this is fire, like you should build me a PC. And I was like, yeah, I should make this a business. So now that's gonna be epic next year. I'm also working on my second PC, which is gonna be crazy because I'm going all that. I'm going all out with that one, but that probably won't be done until like next year because it's gonna cost me a lot. Because the graphics card alone is like $400. So, that's gonna be fun though.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am creating a lot.
You will. Overtime on that,
Yeah. And still trying to do my full-time job and be a dad and a husband and a good little Christian.
We tried.
And still do the Jeek Nation podcast when I'm
Yes, that's been my struggle right now. I'm just trying to make sure we keep getting these things recorded, and edited, and every one time somebody says podcast, like, you listen to your own podcast? Of course, I'm editing it.
Right.
Do I listen to my own podcast? I have to. It's what I do, and I love it, and we love y'all listening. So that's what we're doing here. And again, share with us what you're doing on the Jeek Nation community. We're going to jump into some quick hits right here, what's going on in the Jeek world. So if you don't know, there was a high school football coach who recently came under fire for what the state considers to be questionable coaching behaviors. Two high schools, both undefeated, mind you, played a football game, and the one school scored a lot of points. And the other school didn't score any points. So the New York, I think it was the Nassau County, I don't even know what the school athletic, not the school, but the county athletic commission, blah, 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 decided to suspend the coach for running up the score as the lopsided score was 70-0.
Yeah.
Before we give our opinions on this, I'm going to state also again that both teams were undefeated prior to this game. And when asked about this coach, a Coach Shaver, the responses given about this coach from parents of Plain Edge football players, Plain Edge High School in Nassau County, stated that Coach Shaver is an honorable stand-up guy. Coached all three this particular person's children, two who have gone on to play D1 athletics, said one man. Another parent said the rule isn't teaching children life lessons, it's a joke. And the head coach of the other team, Southside head coach Phil Ernesto, did not have any issue with Plain Edge running up the score either. He said, and I quote, "I have no issues with how he was running his team. Even after the game, Coach Shaver and we spoke, and there was no bad blood. I congratulated him on the win and wished him luck next week." So, the only people who have a problem with this are the administrators.
Yeah. I'd be curious to know a few things, probably. But one being what their interests in the other team is, the losing team. Because I feel like this was a targeted attack, like some sort of retaliation. Because, like you said, both teams were undefeated up until this game, and so whatever stake they had in the losing team winning, it just seems like they were just kind of mad, right?
Well,
like
well, they can't have a stake. Well, maybe they're.
Well,
here's the
we
thing.
know they can't.
They
but
can't. But okay, so here's the thing: the county has a policy, and the policy states that if a team wins by more than 42 points, then they have to give an explanation on why the final score was so lopsided.
So then, why not end the game?
Because then you're punishing players. They don't get to play a full game then.
Right, but then I mean, what do you do? Like, so here's my thing, right? Like this whole, it reminds me of, like, I remember we had teams that when I was in school, we had mercy rules and all that stuff too.
Yeah,
but it was just like, all right, once you hit this whatever point deficit, with that variance, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then like the game is over, and everybody understood that, and so. If anything, like the players would throttle themselves a little bit more so than the coaches to be like, you know what, maybe we don't need to score right here, right? Like if we want to just keep playing, or if we go home early, right? It is what it is. Then it doesn't happen that often. Like you got to have a super team for it to happen that often anyway.
Right, or the other team has to really
or the other team just got to really be bad.
Yeah.
And even then, it's like it's one game out of 15 or whatever. So, like I don't really see the point in if because it's like no matter what, you're punishing the players, right?
Right.
Because I mean, what's the coach supposed to do? He's gonna just like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna stop calling plays, or like,
he's got to coach the game. Now, I will give the county one thing, and only one. And that is that they stated, what was their person's name? Their executive director stated that Plain Edge's first team, their starters, play in the fourth quarter. And that, as he says, and I think that's what swayed the committee.
Okay, that's fair. You pulled it. Yeah, I mean.
So I can give them that concern as far as, okay, if you're up, 30, 40 points, why are your starter still playing in the fourth quarter? That, okay, I can give you that.
Maybe they're trying to get some game film. Like, like it's high school, so I mean, they're probably out there and they're like, you know what, this is a perfect opportunity to showcase my skills. We're already up. I can kind of take some risk in the game and get some potentially good game film.
Yeah,
to send to colleges, right?
Make play calls that you normally don't do.
Yeah, plays that I can't normally go for, especially like if I'm a quarterback, let's say. There's plays that I can't run on a regular everyday offense because of the risk of costing us the game.
Yeah, let's try this flea. Let's try that flea flicker. Let's try this double reverse.
Yeah. Whatever it is, right? Like, let's try some, wildcat offense or whatever, like stuff that I just normally wouldn't do because it might cost us a game. Well, we're about 40, and if we fumble or we get an interception or whatever, so what? Right. But if it works, that's great highlight film for me that I can send to some scouts, some college scouts.
Yeah.
So I mean, while I get it, I understand it. It's like, yeah, you probably should have pulled the starters. At the same time, like, they're starters because I mean they're out there playing for scholarships.
Yeah,
realistically.
Hey, like the one parent said, 2 of his kids got D1 athletics.
Exactly.
They
didn't get that by accident.
No, and they didn't get there by bad coaching either.
Right. So I mean, I don't know. I think you're a starter, you earned your spot. You shouldn't be punished because you're good. Right. Like it's like, oh, so you're gonna. It's to the point of the one parent, like this, it's a life lesson, right? Like in life, at a regular 9-to-5 job or even whatever job you work at, like the ones that are good, they get more work, not less, right? Like they don't. Your boss doesn't come and be like, you know what, Magic, you're doing a great job today. Take the rest. Take the rest of the day off. Like, no, he's gonna be like, well, since you're done with all that and you're really good at all this,
I'm gonna give you this work from Slacker Joe.
Right, exactly.
He ain't doing nothing.
Exactly. You don't get a mercy rule in life. So, like, I don't, I don't see what lesson this is teaching the coach or the players by suspending him or even having this rule in the first place.
Because what does it do? You have to go before a board and explain why your team whooped somebody. Here's the explanation. My team showed up. They showed up. We played. We won.
Right.
What else do you want? Yeah. We didn't play dirty. We didn't do anything illegal. We went and played the football game. My team executed. I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
They didn't execute. The other coach has no problem. So what is your problem?
And basically, the message you're sending to the kids is don't be good at anything ever because –
No, he says don't be great. You're allowed to be good. You're not allowed to be great. You're not allowed to be so great that you smash somebody.
Yeah.
That, because
but then these are the same coaches and parents and board members that are going to say, we want you to get straight A's and, perfect scores on your SATs and, be the best so we can say you're an alum of our school. Right.
Oh, and, no, that's just school.
Our graduation rate is whatever.
So right.
Yeah. Like, because then they want you to go to the top schools and all that stuff so they can boast about their numbers.
Yeah.
But then I can't boast about my numbers by blowing a team out by 40.
Right. Because the guy goes, is it worth being a team 70-0? Isn't 30 or 40 points enough? No. It's not enough. If they can't stop me from scoring, it's not enough.
Nope. It's not enough.
Like that's ridiculous.
And at the end of the day, like I said, it's only teaching them to go out there and play to your potential. And that's in game and in life.
Yes.
Play to your potential. If that means that you're the greatest out there, then you're the greatest out there. Like,
so let's keep talking
moving
about potential. On. Yeah, let's keep talking potential. Now, when it comes to potential in athletics and not letting people like city or county councils tell you how to play, you get great stories like this one coming out of Kent State University. Kaylin Bennett last night scored a basket. And it's a regular, caught the ball in the post, faced up, made a nice jab, made a move into the paint, scored. Nothing huge, nothing groundbreaking on the visual side, but Mr. Bennett has become the first Division I player to score a basket in D1 ball who happens to be autistic. So this basket is historical and huge when it comes to the spectrum conversation involving sports.
I think, I really don't have anything to say about it other than like autistic kids are amazing. Like kids, and I mean he's a young adult, but like you're only limited by the limits that people place on you and that you accept. You know what I mean? Because like you look at most autistic kids, like sure they might not have the social skills or whatever, but usually they're great at something. It's just they're hyper focused on that one thing, And so, I think it's a win for autism awareness in the sense that like there's no limits. Just because you're autistic doesn't mean that you are any less capable of doing anything that a quote unquote normal person can do.
Right.
You're just as normal as everybody else. You just have a slight, I wouldn't even call it a disadvantage. It's a unique skill set. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Because like I said, usually it's like, I'm not good at this, but I'm great at this. Like one of my coworkers, his son is autistic, and like he's not good at like say math, but when it comes to like engineering stuff, like mechanical stuff, like this kid's building robots, and he's only I think he's 12. Wow. He's building robots. He wants to be a monster truck, a mechanic, and so like he knows like all the ins and outs of like basically building a truck, and like he's great at what at you know that stuff, and he struggles with the other stuff, but like I said, he's not with that potential. He could still go off and do great things, and nobody ever would necessarily have to know that he's autistic.
Oh yeah,
right. And I think this is the same type of story where it's a nice sort of like I said, it's a nice like win for autistic awareness, but you know, realistically, he's just as capable as everybody else.
Yeah.
So it should be celebrated, but at the same time, it doesn't have to be. Right?
Well, I'm celebrating it a little bit more because not only is it a win for autism awareness, but I think it's a win for autism respectability.
Yeah.
Because autism is looked at like this plague, and regardless of what does not cause autism, you know, and that's a whole nother debate that we don't have here.
Yeah.
But
I'm not getting into that one.
Like regardless of what causes it, it doesn't have to be some, you know, like you said, some definite, some limiting thing. Yeah. And the fact that was able to use his autism and focus and be able to play team sports and be able to communicate with his teammates enough to be able to play D1 ball, which is not easy.
No.
To be able to make it to that level, even at Kent State, which isn't some big program, but it is a Division I program. Yeah. And he earned himself playing time. That is a huge win just for the respectability part when it comes to how some parents are going to view other children when they see an autistic child playing a sport with their child. They're not going to look at that child like, oh, here comes the autistic kid. He's going to, be focusing on something else, and or he's gonna let a goal go by in the soccer game, and we're gonna lose because of him. Like, this I think is gonna really help just autistic kids in sport period gain a bit more respectability from others who don't get it. Yeah,
it's definitely going to open up doors across the country for kids with autism to be able to play sports and not be looked at as like they need any help or any extra help or whatever.
Like a slow kid.
Yeah, like they're deserving of a participation trophy because they're autistic. It's like, no, they're just as capable as any other kid, and maybe even more capable. Who knows? I think this is what opportunities like this present more opportunities for more autistic kids who are interested in playing sports to go out there and show what they can do and maybe be some of the best,
Exactly. Yeah, it's a great feel-good.
Huge accomplishment in itself,
for real.
Yeah, that's the huge accomplishment for even because it's hard enough for just people without any mental challenges or disabilities to make a D1.
Yes.
So that's a big accomplishment. And if he were to make it to the league,
crazy.
The sky's the limit at that point, right?
For real.
I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on him and rooting for him. And like I said, I think it's a good win just for that awareness. Like, you know what? These kids aren't the special kids. They don't ride the slow bus. They're not, all the stuff that has been portrayed over the years of mental health in general, mental disabilities or whatever you want to call them. They're normal kids that have some challenges in certain areas of life, but at the end of the day, they're just as normal as anybody else, and they can do just as much, maybe even more.
Exactly.
I like it. I hadn't heard about it till today, so
yeah, it's a dope story. Well, it just happened. It just happened yesterday, so.
Yeah. I'm not too far behind.
You're not too far behind. This is still fresh. This is still breaking-ish news.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on, another quick hit. Shenmue 3 drops this month, November 19th. Shameless plug. There will be an affiliate link to Shenmue 3 to pre-order on the description of this podcast. By the way, if you pre-order it, one, you're going to save like $10 right now still. Yeah. And if you pre-order it for PC or PS4, you will get some cool little unlockables in the game. So save yourself some money, get some unlockable content, and support Jeek Nation. So my question to you now, actually before I say the question, if you don't know about Shenmue 3, if you haven't played Shenmue 1 or 2, you're missing out. For one,
you are missing out.
And I want to know from you, UniqDNA, what legacy will this series, this very expensive series, leave behind from its journey from the Dreamcast, the second Dreamcast, to now ending on the PS4 and PC?
I think it's going to go down as a classic for sure. I can't see it not. I mean, it was groundbreaking even on the Dreamcast. It was probably one of the most innovative, imaginative games out there. It was the Dreamcast in general was way ahead of its time, but
so ahead of its time.
Shenmue 3 was like the crown jewel of the Dreamcast. Like, I mean, I can't think of any other game that was more immersive, more innovative, more out of the box. Like, I mean, the graphics were far and away better than just about everything. It was just very real life. It was like the RPG of RPGs, but also a fighter, also like the mini games and everything else that you can do in it. Like, it was just so much.
There was so much there.
Yeah.
And you didn't expect it.
No.
Like, that game, in my opinion, Shenmue and Grand Theft Auto 3, those two games to me, early 2000s releases, changed gaming forever.
Yeah.
And Shenmue, because it was a Japanese title mainly, we didn't have the hoopla behind it. When I got it, I was working at EB, and I had bought a Dreamcast when they were on sale. They were like $100, and I picked up the staples, Ready to Rumble boxing. I picked up the 2Ks, and I was at work, and someone traded in Shenmue, and I was like, "What is this?" The cover looked dope, and my manager was like, "Yo, this game is awesome. You'll love it. Trust me." And I think it was like $50. I'm like, all right.
It was like
it was triple disc.
60.
Yeah, well, it was pre-owned, so I said, and I got my employee discount on it.
Yeah.
But it was triple discs. So I'm like, all right, I'll play it, and I fell in love. Like you said, like you're in there, you get this a great story. You're walking around, all of a sudden you find out that, all right, there's this dojo. I get to practice some moves. Okay, I'm fighting.
Yeah.
There's some fighting elements in here. And you're going in all these buildings. You're talking to all these NPCs. You go in this arcade. What? We got quick time games up in here.
Yep.
What? Okay. I got quick time action scenes in here. Okay. I got Space Harrier up in here. I'm playing Space Harrier. God, I got a Sega Saturn in my living room. I sit there like you go into the stores. You're buying you'll get the collections, buying the cassette tapes.
Yep.
Like just the music was great. And obviously for its time, the graphics were amazing. And I still marvel. Obviously, I don't look at it and say, "Oh my God, it's like so gorgeous," but I do in a way. So I'm like, this was nine. I think it was first one was released in '99. Like this is '99 or 2000. This game came out, and I'm like, for that time, like this was amazing. Simply,
and then like, oh man, it was great. Like I can definitely see this going down in history with the Metal Gear Solids, or just the Metal Gear series in general. It's up there with Final Fantasy, Metal Gear, Grand Theft Auto. Like, I mean, when you list the greatest games in history, like this is definitely gonna be one of those games. I don't know anybody who didn't like Shenmue.
Well, the thing is, like,
a lot of people, right? But I mean, everybody who played it, I should say,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Was like, this is amazing.
To me, it's like the OG. Not the OG, but to me, it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
If you heard about it, you played it, you loved it.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear about it, you're like, what's that? Because it didn't have the sales to be like a Final Fantasy or a Metal Gear Solid. But if you play it, you're like, yo, how did I not play this before?
Yeah, yeah. And you know what I think it was like I kind of like, to me, it was like literally, it was like if you could play an anime, that would be Shenmue.
Yes. If you could play in a revenge anime, that you're playing Shenmue.
Yeah.
And I think I forget. I think now I forget what magazine it was. I want to say Game Informer called it like you're playing a Japanese movie. See what you're doing.
Yeah.
And my wife watched me play Shenmue 2 on the Xbox, and this is 2005, 2006 each time. And she's watching me play. And first, she's like annoyed because you're asking the same questions to all these NPCs if you're filling your notebook. And I finally beat the game. She runs over to the computer. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "There's got to be a Shenmue 3. I need to know because I need to know what happened." And I'm like, "No, baby, there ain't no Shenmue 3." And now, 13 years later, we're finally getting Shenmue 3.
Yeah.
And if you're listening and wondering why it took so long, I want to reiterate explain to you. I mentioned it's expensive. Shenmue 1 was the most expensive video game ever created at the time. Yeah. Shenmue 2 took that crown when it was released. That's one of the reasons why it's taking so long to get these games. It's because it's mad expensive to make. And Shenmue 3 only came to light because of crowdfunding. Yep. They went on Kickstarter and they crowdfunded and they put the goals out there and people put into it.
It was like 500,000, wasn't it?
No, they got millions.
I know they got millions, but I think they said they needed 500,000 for it to get funded.
I'm going to say they said they needed $1 million to fund it. I'm actually going to look on the Kickstarter app. I think I still have it on my phone. Here it is, Kickstarter. I wanted to support it, but I did not have the juice to support it at that time.
Well, they made $6 million. Jesus.
They made $6 million. Yeah.
Oh, they needed $2 million.
They needed 2. That's right. Yep.
Goal of $2 million. Sheesh.
And they went.
Well, there you go. I mean, you got.
And they got it in like days.
Yeah, I remember it was at E03, and then I went online like as soon as it was announced with the kick, and I looked and I checked the Kickstarter, and I was like, what? They're already at like. They were at that time. They were already at like maybe $1 million, and it had just aired on E3 like maybe 15 minutes when I checked. Which goes to show you it's not as cult as we think it is.
Well, but even so, like I'm looking at it and 70,000 backers.
Yeah, I mean, granted, yeah. Well, because
that's not a lot.
True.
You would think if there was a crowdfunded Final Fantasy, it would be millions.
I just want to talk to the. I want to talk to the. How many people is this? 8, 9, 10, 11. I want to talk to the 11 people that pledged $10,000.
Yo, for real. Because I want to know how much juice you got to have, to give that type of money. Because we'll see what they get.
I want to talk to you.
If you're wondering what $10,000 on this Kickstarter gets you, it gets you dinner with Yu Suzuki, who was the driving force behind Shenmue. That dinner is with him in Monaco, and you get the main character Dio Hazuki's jacket, and you get to bring a friend to participate in a Shenmue 3 project meeting with Yusan in the picturesque town of, I'm going to say Easy, because that's what it looks like. It's spelled Easy. And then you get to dinner, date tentatively set for blah, 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 and be named as a special sponsor in the credits of the game. That is what $10,000 is.
You also get your face as an NPC.
Yes, your face as an NPC is part of that, part of the previous reward. So I think that came in the. Which one did that come in? I forget, because there was multiple $10,000 ones.
Yeah, so I think the first one was the one that you said, and then I guess after they upped it a little bit after.
Okay, you know, my bad. Okay, so there's multiple $10,000 ones. So you could have. So 2 people did the one I read, and then you had 3 people do pretty much the same thing, but you got a copy of the Shenmue script set.
Yep.
And another 5 people got the Be a Shenmue NPC, and they didn't get to dinner or anything. They just got to be an NPC. Your face featured on a Chi Men, which is a name of the a Chinese cartel gang that you do battle with. So your face will be a Chi Men member to do battle with Dio Hazuki. And to maintain character setting, your body style will be set up by Mr. Yu Suzuki. To set up to Suzuki, and your name is a special sponsor in the credits. And you get a voice message by the voice actor, Corey Marshall, who plays Dio Hazuki. And 3 other people did another similar one with getting in the jacket, but meeting with Yu Suzuki in Los Angeles instead of the city of Monaco.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money, bro.
That's a lot of money. I just want to talk to them. I guess I'll find
one of the. What they do.
I'm gonna find one of the NPCs and be like, "Are you?
Right? Are you that Shenmue Men dude?
You that guy?
Yeah.
I need to meet you in person, and we need to discuss business. Because if you're willing to pay $10,000 for a video game, I have a lot of business ventures you can invest in.
I have a video game you can invest in. Invest in my game. It will make some money. You can also pay $6,000 to be a Chobu Traveler / non-combat NPC.
Which $6,000. Also, if any of you guys are listening to this, or girls,
or whoever,
you can come and invest $10,000 in the Jeek Nation podcast, and we will make sure your money is well put to good use,
to excellent use, and definitely when we release our video game, which we're not going to say out loud because it's so dope and fire. Yes, but you'll be more than just somebody that gets beat up. Because we gonna make a wrestling game, and you'll be like the Vince McMahon in that game. You're gonna be somebody special
running the show.
You ain't gonna be just some NPC. You gonna be somebody. What have you there? We'll get your voice up in there. The whole 9. Call us. DM us. Our DMs are open. For real. Speaking of for real, I just heard some sirens. You hear them too, don't you? All right, folks. The sirens are going, and that means the Reboot Police are here. So, here comes Sergeant Magic and Lieutenant UniqDNA. We're gonna have to bring some. We're gonna have to bring some charges to the beloved folks at the House of Mouse. There's a report that Disney will be rebooting the Mighty Ducks into a series for Disney Plus. What in the actual insert expletive is going on here?
Yep.
You can blame him for this one, y'all. He's the one that put this in the community, and I darn near lost my mind.
I knew you would. That's why I put it in there.
Okay, thank you.
I was like, I wasn't even going to text you. I was just like, let me wait till he sees it. I thought you were going to flip out in the comments.
Yo, I would have bugged out, but I was at work, man. I was like, I can't believe what I'm looking at right now.
So, yeah. It's funny. The anniversary, I think it was you, right? You posted the anniversary of it was like a week or two ago. It was like on this day in 1990, I think it was 1998, was when they won the Mighty Ducks. You posted in the Jeek community.
Yes, I did, yes.
When they won the championship.
Yes.
And so it was funny because we were all commenting on it, like, you know, and then I see this and I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
No.
And I mean, you guys could go read the community comments on it, but yeah, basically, I agree with what everybody else said. Like the franchise ended perfectly.
Yes, pick up to how you said it. I want to say Robert Allen had the best comment that you responded to. Like it's insanity.
Yeah.
The Mighty Ducks 3 had a great ending.
Yeah. It was the perfect end to a series. Like you couldn't have made it any better.
I mean, the movie itself wasn't the best one, but it didn't have to because it wasn't as fun as the other ones. But it was a coming of age movie. You know, they were growing up. You know, they were in high school. You know, they had to move on from Bombay because he could only teach them so much. Other coach did a wonderful job, you know, taught them a new level of the game, a new level of themselves. There was nothing more that needed to be done with the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
But, you know, somebody at Disney had this great idea that, hey, let's reboot this thing.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, it's just like all right. I'm going to give y'all a freebie for anyone listening. I've been saying this and I haven't written it yet. So if someone takes it, writes it, just give me a little credit. You don't have to give me a whole lot of money. You know, just like 1%. But like, look, this is what could be fine for the Mighty Ducks. Is if you
nothing could be fine.
No.
Fine the way it is.
No, I disagree, and I'll tell you why. If you want to grow on the Mighty Ducks, if you want to keep that franchise going, you want to do something with that franchise, then you grow it. Take a Jesse Hall, take a Charlie Conway, take an Adam Banks as an adult, and you have them coaching a team. Continue with where they would be right now. Because keep the familiarity with the originals. It doesn't matter which of the team it is. Keep the familiarity. Okay, Guy, Jermaine or whatever, and Connie, whatever her name was, they get married, they have a kid, whatever. They're coaching hockey. They decide to coach their kids' team, and then they have a. You don't have to call them the Ducks, but they could be the water sprites for all I care. Just have the legacy of the lessons they learned from Bombay, the lessons they learned from the other coach. Continue to pass those lessons down to another generation. Stop trying to remake something that was already done. Just grow it.
I don't like it.
Pass the torch. You don't gotta like it. I know it's dope. Pass the torch.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it because you know what? It's been done before, and I'm tired of the it's either the reboots or somebody has it, and so we're just gonna continue the franchise and basically have the exact same franchise, but now it's just their kids.
But see,
I don't like it.
I don't want it to have to be the same thing. Like they could coach a League of Legends team for all I care. Just pass the freaking torch. That's all I'm saying. Stop going backwards and trying to do it again.
No. Just don't. Just leave it alone. I like my childhood where it is in the 90s. I don't want my childhood when I'm 33 in 2020. I don't, or I just don't. I like it where it was. It was enjoyable. It was fun. It was awesome. And I want it to stay that way.
I would personally prefer them not to touch it either.
Yeah.
And if you're going to reboot something, I like the suggestion that was thrown in the community. Hey, how about you reboot the Goofy cartoon? If you're going to reboot anything, reboot that. Because that was kind of trash. So you could actually maybe improve on that.
Yeah.
But leave the movies alone.
Yeah. Leave the live action right where it is.
I mean, and then it's like, I don't. It's dumb. It's just who are you going to get to play Bombay? You know, are you? No, actually, you know what? This is what they will do. They will make the new coach is going to be a woman, guarantee you.
Of course,
new coach is going to be a woman
or black, one or the other.
No, they're not going to have somebody black doing it. They'll definitely be a woman, and let's see, what else? Somebody's going to be like severely bullied, and they're going to be like the star player in the rough that just doesn't know that they're awesome at hockey, and somehow the coach, because she'll be like a guidance counselor or something. She will see that potential because of some math test they didn't know. She'll be like, "You do math well. You know, you'd be great at hockey because you can calculate, the angle that you need to get this puck past the goalie. So I'm gonna have you come out for hockey. Can you skate? You can't skate. That's okay. Fulton Reed couldn't skate either. What we did, we took him to the mall and we threw some rollerblades on him. And all of a sudden, he can skate. Trust me, this works. It's the magic of the movie. This works. Like,
we got to get him a girl that he likes, though.
Right. Yes. We got to give him a girl that he likes to impress. Like, yeah. This.
It's terrible. It's terrible. So moving on from. Sticking with the House of.
All right. We'll move on. Okay. So we move on to our main topic,
by the way,
which is going to.
I'm upset.
So,
you don't understand how mad I am. Right. The child in me right now is raging.
All right.
He's like, it's like Banner and Hulk right now.
Right.
It's
so
like, let me out.
Before you need DNA's gamma radiation explodes out here, and he cuts a promo on us. The House of Mouse is doing something good, and that is releasing Disney Plus, which will be released in a matter of days.
Yeah.
Yes, we are both excited for this. So we are going to go through not every single solitary one.
Absolutely not.
Because that's a long list, and we'll be here till Kingdom freaking come. But what we will do is go over some of the high points of Disney Plus, which will be available to view at launch. So,
so first, before we start that, can I say that I am thoroughly impressed with this lineup that is only $6.99 a month?
You may say that, and I may echo it. I am also thoroughly impressed with this $6.99 a month lineup.
Yeah, I mean, like, Netflix
I don't know how they're making money.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix doesn't have a quarter of this stuff, and they charge like 3 times the price.
Facts.
So, I am very impressed.
So what I'm going to do, because I'm a nice person, I'm going to start first because I know UniqDNA is going to want to tackle some of these things more than I do.
You know I'm going straight to Star Wars.
Exactly. I'm looking out for you. So I'm going. Okay, so this is how the breakdown we have is. All right. So this is broken down into live action. Then it's broken down into animation. It's broken down into Star Wars. Broken down into Marvel. It's also broken down into Pixar. Further broken down into Disney TV shows, and even further broken down into National Geographic, and even further it ends with just a random category as random. So because I love my man UniqDNA so much, I'm going to start off with live action. I'm just going to highlight some of the ones that I'm personally hyped about, and you may laugh about it. I really don't care. I love these movies, and I'm going to watch the mess out these movies once this comes out. Now, me personally, I'm not going to be getting it on the 12th because I'm waiting for that dope bundle. There's going to be a bundle of Disney Plus, Hulu with ads, and ESPN Plus for like $16. And that joint is
$12.99
for $12.99. That's even better.
$12.99.
$12.99, baby. That's just the price of my $5.99 Hulu already, plus the $6.99 of Disney Plus, and I'm gonna get ESPN Plus included. Yeah.
Wait, there's more.
There's more. So
I just had to do that.
There's really not more. We just say
there's not more. We just had to say that.
Starting with the live action films, as early as 1940. We will get Swiss Family Robinson, 1940 version and the 1960 version. 1960 version, which I love. Fantastic. And also right in time for holidays, Miracle on 34th Street.
Also love it.
We will get Treasure Island, dope
love
film.
It.
We will also get 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, dope film.
Yeah.
We will also get Old Yeller, sad film. But, you should probably watch it and help you deal with emotions. We will get The Shaggy Dog, dope film. And
both versions, 1959 and 2006.
1959 and 2006, which is not really worth watching.
Yeah, but
watch
why not?
The first one.
It's $6.99.
Yeah, watch both. See which one's better. Do a podcast and compare. It doesn't matter. You're only paying $6.99. We're going to jump to the 1960s where we have the classic Pollyanna with Haley Mills' run. We will also have The Absent-Minded Professor, dope film. If you don't know, that's the prequel, the original from Flubber that Robin Williams did.
Yep.
Watch The Absent-Minded Professor. It's hilarious.
It was hilarious.
One of my favorite movies in The Parent Trap, the original one. There's both of them. I don't particularly like the 90s one because I'm not a fan of a certain girl I don't like to mention.
The 90s because I was younger. I was 98. I was what? 12? I was 12.
I was like 16.
Yeah, so I wasn't really into like the early 60s. I didn't start getting into that stuff until I was like,
there's
later in life.
Well, one, I liked Haley Mills. I thought she was really pretty. But I liked it was the slapstick comedy in the 60s one was better to me than the trying to be sophisticated version that they did in the 90s.
Right. But I mean, like I said, I didn't know anything else at the time.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Only black and white stuff I knew, and like Technicolor stuff was Nick at Night.
Nick at Night. Yeah, exactly. So what else we have? We have the classic.
Which I love, by the way.
Oh yeah, we definitely got to do a Nick at Night episode.
Yeah.
So we have Babes in Toyland, which is another Christmas time classic, and of course, possibly the greatest Disney movie ever, Mary Poppins.
Oh.
That Darn Cat, which is definitely a classic.
No, Sound of Music? You skipped over Sound of Music?
Sound of Music is boring. I know it's a classic, but to me, the Sound of Music is boring.
It's not boring.
I think it's
classic.
Boring. I think it's boring. Okay.
Put down in the comments on the Jeek Nation podcast.
I'm gonna make a poll. Is the Sound of Music boring or not?
I'm gonna make the poll right now. You know what? I'm not gonna do it right now because I have a mechanical keyboard and it's gonna be really loud.
Yeah, it's gonna be very loud. It's gonna be click, click, clacking. Do that.
But when we get off this podcast, I'm gonna make.
Go ahead, put it in there. Put that joint in there. Here's a classic. The Love Bug will be on Disney Plus. I'm gonna be Herbie out. Herbie is my car. We jump into the 70s where we have some fun movies that aren't like classics, but $1 Million Duck.
Herbie Rides Again.
Broomsticks, Herbie Rides Again. Justin Morgan Had a Horse. All good things worth watching. Escape to Witch Mountain, the original, one of my favorites.
I'm surprised they don't have both of those on there.
I'm surprised by that too.
Because the remake,
because the Rock really one was fun.
Yeah, and it did really good.
It did well.
Maybe it's going to be a later release because this is all launch day. Exactly. By the way, I don't know if we mentioned that. This is all launch day.
Yeah, this is all launch day, people. This is not coming in droves. This is launch day.
Yeah.
The Apple Dumpling Gang, which is a personal favorite of mine, starring the late Bill Bixby, who played the Incredible Hulk on the TV show. We've got Freaky Friday. Hey, I didn't get there yet, but yes, we have Pete's Dragon, the original, which I love. And look, Pete's Dragon is a bad movie. Okay, it's a bad movie, but I love it because Elliot is freaking hilarious and awesome and cute, and the kid is cute. Just the rest of the movie sucks. Yeah. But I still say watch it because the fun parts.
It's $6.99.
And it's $6.99. You can't beat that. We got Freaky Friday, Old and New, Pete's Dragon.
Both of those were good. I'll take that.
A very, very classic movie, The Muppet Movie, was released in '79. Great movie to watch. And another movie that is underrated, The Black Hole, will also be available at launch. We're going to jump into the 80s where Herbie Goes Bananas. And yes, literally, that's the name of the movie.
Herbie Goes Bananas. I never saw that one.
Oh, it's a Herbie movie.
I mean, yeah, but
it's fun. The Great Muppet Caper.
One of my favorites.
Another great one. And then another classic film, Tron, will also be available.
The original, which was so
Tron.
much better.
Oh, and then maybe, definitely in my top 5 Disney movies, we have Flight of the Navigator. So hyped for this. I love Flight of the Navigator.
I am hyped for that, but I'm more hyped for, ready for it, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I am also hyped for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Which I did not know that Disney owned that.
I did know that. I was shocked when I realized that. As a kid, I was like, wait, really? But there's actually 2 movies here that I'm also equally excited for. Willow.
There we go.
Willow was super dope. If you never saw Willow?
Nah.
Oh, Val Kilmer's second best movie ever. And
remember, I was 2 when it came out.
That's true. That's true. Yo, Willow was dope. And then Call Me a Softie. Anyone who knows me gets shocked when they hear this. Like, literally shocked, because I am not known as an animal lover. I don't hate animals. I don't disrespect animals. I'm just not an animal lover. But I love Benji the Hunted. Benji the Hunted is my favorite benching movie, and I love it. I watched it all the time as a kid. I bought it. I have it on iTunes. I love Benji. Love it. Fun, cute dog movie. Dog is lost in the woods. Awesome. And then also, if you love Tom Hanks, Turner and Hooch. Good buddy cop, man dog movie.
Yeah.
We jump into the 90s.
Wait. No, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
You gotta leave them a little something to read on their own. I can't say every movie. Almost every movie in this 80s list is straight fire, okay? Like,
this is my lineup right here.
Yeah, for real. Like, I can't list. I think I 3 Men and a Baby on here. I didn't even know Disney owned that. I love that movie. Like, this whole list is fire.
Yeah. It's about to get real lit, though. Yeah, now we get into
that
the 90s.
Decade. Now, I think the 80s decade list is a bit more fire than this one. But the 90s list is straight.
The 90s has a special place in my heart, because that's my era. Yes. I mean, I'm an 80s baby, but I grew up.
Yeah, but you were more cognizant in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
So, oh my Lord. Okay, so I'm going to ignore that because I thought it was something else. The Utah Utes. If you're a Utah Utes fan, your team sucks. All right, y'all just got blown out by Mississippi Valley State. I'm sorry, no, y'all blew out Mississippi Valley State. I'm like, y'all don't suck. Y'all good. Y'all beat Mississippi Valley State 143-49. Congratulations. Y'all just trashed a team that probably should be D2. Speaking of blowouts, they better not have been playing their starters. Oh, I know. They may get a call from Nassau County. Nassau County's going to call y'all up. What happened to Mercy Rules? All right.
Rules.
So before we get down that rabbit hole, 1990s lineup includes 3 Men and a Little Lady, which is the sequel to 3 Men and a Baby. Fire. White Fang. Fire. Rocketeer. Good. Newsies. Fire. Sister Act. I know Disney on that. Fire.
Yeah.
Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Okay.
Fire.
Muppet Christmas Carol. Fire. Sandlot. Fire. Rookie of the Year. Good.
Fire. Gardner.
Sister Act 2. Fire. Iron Will, good. Camp Nowhere, hilarious.
Blank Check.
Blank Check could have been better.
But, I mean, it was pretty darn good.
Could have been better.
But
Camp Nowhere. All right.
Camp Nowhere.
I recently rewatched Camp Nowhere. That movie is horrible.
That was terrible.
Not that it's a bad movie, but that movie was not okay for kids to be talking like that. Nah. I was like, they have these 12-year-old kids in some sexual situations.
It was just bad all around though.
Skinny dipping, getting Christopher Lloyd to buy alcohol for him. I'm like, how did my parents let me watch this movie? They clearly did not know what was going on. Let's see, Santa Claus, Fire. While You Were Sleeping, didn't know it was a Disney movie. Great Romeo, my girl Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Fire. Operation Dumbo Drop is fire. That's an underrated classic. Watch Operation Dumbo Drop. Ray Liotta. What's his name? What's his name? Danny Glover. Dennis Leary. Fire movie.
Fire.
Very, very funny.
Fire.
Tom and Huck.
We might as well just give them the whole 90s lineup and just say it's all fire.
No. We got Muppet Treasure Island, which is fire. But there's also Kazam, which is not fire.
Okay, Kazam was trash. But
Kazam
I mean,
trash.
It's also $6.99.
If you want to watch a trash movie, watch Shaq as a genie in Kazam, a 10,000-year-old genie who comes out of a boombox.
Yeah, it's terrible.
We have First Kid, also hilarious. And my old Bible teacher, Pick Up to Mr. DeVries, if you ever hear this, is in the movie.
Sweet. Didn't know that.
101 Dalmatians, That Darn Cat. And also, they got Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. That movie was straight trash. But we
Flubber though.
Flubber. We
Fire.
got we're gonna skip some. The Richie Rich's Christmas Wish was horrible.
Jungle Book.
Mighty Joe Young. We got 10 Things I Hate About You. Apparently is owned by Disney.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
But lit. I'll take it.
And we got some other bad stuff in here too, like Inspector Gadget the movie, which was trash.
Inspector Gadget the movie was trash.
All right, that's gonna end the night. So the other ones are not worth mentioning. So we're going to Smart House, not worth mentioning. So we're going to jump into a very 2000 to 2004. Why not the whole decade? I don't know.
Because there's so many movies. Do you see all these movies?
There's a lot of movies. What's worth
Disney
mentioning?
was banging them out in 2000s.
Remember the Titans.
Hey,
come on,
that's
super fire. We have The Princess Diaries.
Lit.
Very good movie. We've got
102 Dalmatians was trash.
Yes. Yeah, we do have The Rookie in here, which was good. Santa Claus 2, which is straight fire. We got Pirates of the Caribbean. I never liked those movies, but people do. So,
I like Pirates of the Caribbean.
A lot of people like them. I just for some reason can't get into them. So really? I can't get into them. I can't.
I love them. All of them.
I don't. Maybe just because I took pirates for what they were, dirty, nasty thieves, and I just didn't understand the glorification of dirty, nasty thieves. I just didn't get it. I didn't.
They were the
like my parents love them. My little sister loves them. My kids love them.
Awesome.
I couldn't get into it.
That is great movies. Anyway, moving
on. For the young girls looking for the throwback, reminiscing, we got the Cheetah Girls up in here. What else we have?
I never actually saw Cheetah Girls.
That's okay. I thought my daughter wanted me to watch it. I watched them and then I fell asleep.
See, you have girls, so I guess.
Yeah, I got girls.
I guess I should prepare for that when, or if I have a girl.
Run and scream. Miracle, great movie. Miracle's great. What else we got? Anything else worth mentioning?
05s.
Nope. So we're going to go to 05 to 2010, where we have the terrible movie The Pacifier with Vin Diesel. Let's see what's good here.
Herbie Fully Loaded. Pretty dope.
No, that was terrible. Lindsay Lohan killed that for me. But not terrible. What is dope is Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. That was dope. I think
they own this one, but they don't own the original. Not the original, but
the original films were made for TV and they're on BBC.
Right, but I would think. Well, I guess licensing.
Yeah, they just.
I guess it depends on the licensing deal they had.
Yep.
It would have been nice if they had the original. I like the original. I mean, it was super long, but
yes. But it felt better because the kids actually had British accents. Not that that movie's fire. The movie's fire, but
yeah.
We've got High School Musical in here for those who love High School Musical.
High School Musical is the truth. All right. Don't let anybody tell you different. If you like High School Musical, don't let Magic persuade you otherwise.
High School Musical is
the truth.
The Friends of theater. Okay, it's fame with bad basketball. It's trash.
It's lit.
I'm just gonna tell you. Go watch Fame.
Listen,
and skip
y'all
the
go
bad
enjoy
basketball.
y'all High School Musical.
Go watch Fame and skip the bad basketball.
Actually, I prefer Glee over High School Musical. Anyway,
Glee is Fame in high school. Stop stealing from Fame. Good God. Leave the originals alone.
All right, you're such a purist. Moving on. 8 Below.
I'm an old head and I embrace it.
8 Below was pretty trash.
Yeah, but Invincible was good. Marky Mark did his thing in Invincible. Santa Claus 3 was horrible.
Santa Claus 3 was horrible.
We got another Pirates of the Caribbean popular film in there. We got High School Musical 2.
National Treasure was actually good.
Didn't like it.
Really?
Didn't like it.
I liked it. I mean, I'm not a huge Nick Cage fan, but I like
Nick
the story.
Cage sucks unless he's in the 80s or doing something crazy.
But I like the story. I was more there for just the story.
I do admit this. The story is interesting. I just didn't like what I was seeing on the screen. So if I read a book, I would be into it. But when I was watching,
the first time I watched it, the other times I more listened to it.
Okay.
Than watched it.
Kind of had in the background. That makes sense.
It was in the background. Hannah Montana. Why not?
For those who like it, Hannah Montana. Another High School Musical 2 and 3, some Jonas Brothers movie, Camp Rock, all that other stuff.
Prince Caspian was horrible.
Yeah, they really dropped the ball on Prince Caspian. This was so bad because they knocked the ball at the park the first time and they stunk it up. Yeah. All right, next decade.
Avatar? Nah, not your cup of tea.
No, I still ain't seen it.
What?
I still ain't seen it. You know why? Because everybody I know that saw it once.
Jeek.
Everyone you were the one who hadn't watched Star Trek yet. Don't start with me. I haven't seen it because everyone I know that saw it, seen it once, haven't seen it again, and no one talks about it except for when a movie is close to beating the record. That's the only time people talk about Avatar. That's it. When you're about to make some billions of dollars and it was your movie, then people talk about Avatar. And after that, and also when I heard after I heard an Avatar movie was being made, I was hoping to see The Last Airbender, which was terrible. But I was hoping to see that, and I got some naked blue people movie that was Fern Gully that I didn't want to see. That was super long. So I've seen. I tried to watch it. So it
doesn't have rewatchability. It definitely doesn't have rewatchability.
It doesn't even have finishability for me. I watched 15 minutes and I said, "No, I'm done. This is not worth it. Not worth the 2.5 hours." I was
listen, but now it's worth it because it's only $6.99.
No, because I still have to spend 2.5 hours to watch it. I mean, maybe
it's only $6.99.
I can fast forward through it.
Speaking of fast forward, going down a rabbit hole,
we're going down to 2010 to 2019 now. So this is to me a weak decade. We've got some. We have that debacle of Alice in Wonderland that's thrown in here. We do have Tron Legacy, which I enjoyed but wasn't great.
Alice in Wonderland was terrible.
Yes, it was horrible.
And I say that as a big Alice in Wonderland fan. Like I actually read the book and everything. I have everything ever done in Alice in Wonderland. like I have like audio like books and audio dramas and all that stuff. And yeah, that was like of all the Alice in Wonderland stuff I've ever watched or listened to or read, this was probably the worst one.
It's pretty bad.
That was my rant for the day. Secretary.
That's okay. Secretary is probably the best movie they have available from this decade on here. Because the rest of the things we got littered with. Actually, the Muppets 2011 was okay. That was good. We got another Pirates movie in here. We got Santa Claus 2, yay. We have Muppets Most Wanted, which was not as good as I was hoping for. We have, okay, this is good. This is what pisses me off. We got Adventures in Babysitting 2016, which nobody asked for, when all we want is Adventures in Babysitting from the 80s. I don't want 2016. We've got Newsies, the Broadway musical. Okay, Newsies is a great musical.
So I'm looking, and pretty much from 2010
to 2019.
Basically Disney gave up on all their original properties.
You ain't lying.
All Marvel.
Because only thing
all
good,
this original stuff sucks.
Trash.
It's all trash.
Yes, the only thing good during that, at least from this part of the list, was all Marvel stuff, because
and Secretary wasn't too bad.
And Secretary was good. Well, the rest of this list is pretty much trash and not even worth mentioning.
All right, moving on. Animation.
We're going to animation. So
pretty much the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Watch it all.
Yeah, this is all. This
you know what? Actually, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Yeah, just watch it all.
Yeah, these are all things you should have already seen.
Yeah,
like Fantasia, Dumbo, the Three Caballeros. Yeah, these are things Peter Pan, Cinderella. These are things
Rescuers. Oh, Rescuers.
Hey, sweet. Man, you took that's my favorite. Come on.
Okay, I'll take Fox. I'll take Fox and the Hound then.
So if you underlying classics that aren't as hyped as the others from the 70s, the Aristocats, Robin Hood, The Rescuers, my all-time favorite Disney animated movie.
Rescuers is amazing.
Rescuers, I love it.
Wait.
And then
don't see.
Before I'll let you take the Fox. I'll let you take the Fox anyway. So from the 80s, I'm gonna mention The Great Mouse Detective, which is super dope, and Oliver and Company. Also for the girls, Little Mermaid is also an 80s movie. And
that wasn't just for the girls. Little Mermaid was pretty good.
Hated Little Mermaid, but that's a whole other story.
You would hate Little Mermaid. You have no heart.
I have a heart. I like her sisters. You know why? They were obedient children. And as a father of 4 daughters, I love obedient children.
You don't have a heart.
And my pretty obedient son.
We're gonna take you to the wizard. Get you a heart.
So tell them about the Fox and the Hound, because it is super dope.
Fox and the Hound is amazing. I mean, it's like
if you want to cry,
and laugh and feel like I miss my best friend that I grew up with,
right?
And like, yeah.
You want to hug somebody? It's a beautiful movie. I love it.
The underlying tone is about racism, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's awesome. So we go to the 90s, where we start with DuckTales, a movie which I saw in the theater, and it was dope.
I did not see it in theaters, but it is dope.
It is dope. Rescuers Down Under, which I also saw in the theater and was dope. Beauty and the Beast, saw in the theater, was dope. Same with Aladdin.
I did see Rescuers in the theater.
Let's see. We've got
Goofy movie. That I know every line from that. Still to this day, I know every line.
I can't believe you skipped over Lion King.
Well,
wow.
Not because I'm shaming Lion King or anything, but like, I guess because I just recently watched it because my wife had never seen Lion King. And with the remake came out, so I went on Amazon and I bought it on Prime for like whatever it was.
One blight on the decade of the 90s, which has a great lineup for this animation.
Pooh's Grand Adventure was amazing.
Doug's first movie.
That was such
That's
a letdown.
Big blight.
Because Doug was awesome. And
Nickelodeon Doug was awesome. Doug was trash after Disney bought it. They dropped the ball with Doug. Irredeemable now.
One Saturday Morning, which, I mean, I know a lot of those were just reruns, but the Doug on One Saturday Morning was still pretty good, even when they started making new episodes.
The Nickelodeon episodes were good.
The Nickelodeon were better. I'm not disputing that. Like, Nickelodeon was like a 10, and like the ABC was like the 7.
Well, you're being generous and your nostalgia, my friend.
You have no heart.
All right, we're gonna go to the 2000s here, which we have an extremely goofy movie. We
Also
have
awesome.
very underrated in The Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
We've got Lilo and
Cusco.
Stitch. Yeah.
Did you
Cusco.
skip Recess Schools Out for any particular reason other than you have no heart?
That's probably just about it. Yeah. Yeah. But you have to understand something though. By this time, I'm in college. So Recess Schools Out is whack to me. I wasn't feeling it. In 2001, I was a sophomore in college. So I wasn't feeling it.
Okay, fair. I was still in high school, but
I wasn't feeling it.
I mean, it's Recess, man.
What I was feeling was Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet was super dope.
Never saw it.
Oh, super dope.
I will see it now for $6.99.
Yes, indeed. Brother Bear was also good.
Brother Bear was good.
Then we have some.
Okay, the other Recess ones were terrible. Lion King 1.5, trash.
Trash. That's not even worth mentioning. What do we have? See, we got a lot of filler in here.
Kim Possible was also trash.
You know,
The Proud Family
we have
movie.
Bambi 2, you know, like a whole 80 years later.
Trash.
Okay, underrated. Meet the Robinsons. Meet the
Robinsons was banging.
Yeah.
Fox and the Hound 2 actually was really good too.
I didn't see it. I was scared to.
Well, they were like, because it was like, remember at the end of Fox and Hound 1, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it from 20 years ago.
More than that, we're talking 1981. So yeah,
30 years ago.
Yeah.
Remember at the end when it showed them they were all grown up? Yeah. So it just continued that. It was awesome. Moving on.
An old dog and an old fox.
Well, they had kids and all that stuff. Like
How?
Mighty Ducks, your remake. Not with each other, obviously.
What? You got some fox dog hybrids running around in the woods.
You actually could breed a fox and a dog, but they were both male, so that didn't work.
That don't work. And I don't know how they could live that long because both their owners were super old. They weren't going to last much longer anyway.
Yeah, well.
They was about to die.
But they weren't that old. Their owners were old. They weren't that old. They were puppies when they started.
Yeah, but at the end of the movie, they were old. They were much older.
They were teenagers.
They were adult, full-grown animals.
Nah, they were like teenagers.
No, they were.
They were like they were like early 20s. If they were people.
In dog years, they was like 35.
It's Disney. They can be as old as they want to be.
Right.
Moving on.
All right, so end of the last great shot. Well, you can mention Bolt.
First Black Princess.
Yes, Princess and the Frog. Love that. Probably. Oh, it's my favorite Disney princess movie.
Well, yeah, she's the first Black princess.
But that's not only why though, because
I know that's not the only reason why. I'm not saying that's the only reason why I like it. I'm just saying that is.
She's the only one that deserves it. My girl was out there working.
Yeah, she hustled it,
busting her butt. My girl
cooking,
had like 8 jobs,
washing clothes,
saving money,
cleaning houses,
wasn't looking for
dresses.
Right, she wasn't looking for no man to rescue her.
Right,
she was
really living that Bible life when a man finds a wife.
Yo, if you're looking for a Proverbs 31 woman, we normally don't mention our faith directly, but if you're looking for a Proverbs 31 woman, it's Tiana. And that's why Tiana is the best.
She's that girl.
She's that girl. Yeah. All right, moving to the 2010s.
Okay, now I was in college. Actually, I was out of college already. So.
Yeah, so 2010s has my second favorite Disney princess, and that's Tangled. Because I love Tangled. I ain't gonna front. I was
my wife's favorite too.
I was singing that Joan, and I like me some anymore. So I was singing that Joan. My oldest daughter was sick and tired because the twins were born by now. So
Yeah.
I'm playing that for them. I'm singing the songs, and I've got a dream. It was great.
So my second favorite Disney princess from this era is Moana, because super dope.
Oh yeah, Moana's great. I love Moana.
Also, Wreck-It Ralph, fire.
Wreck-It Ralph,
Big Hero 6, fire. Zootopia,
so sad,
fire.
fire.
It was sad. Like, why they killed the brother? Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, still sad about that. And then we had the horrific remake of Pete's Dragon, which was just terrible. Bad.
But they made up for it with Zootopia, so fire.
Yes. So UniqDNA is going to take the lead with the next category because we're out
television shows.
That's the TV shows. I'm going to jump in every once in a while because there's some dopeness in here.
All right. I mean, so like 80s, all fire. But I mean, if I had to pick my top, I mean, Gummy Bears. Come on, Gummy Bears.
You gonna put Gummy Bears on top?
Wait.
DuckTales.
DuckTales
is
I didn't want to spoil it for them, but yes, DuckTales is the top, and then Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, and then Gummy Bears. But I mean, it's all fire, and it's $6.99.
Yes.
All right, 90s.
I mean, where do you go wrong here? It's hard to go wrong.
I'm going with Darkwing Duck. But
oh yeah, it's the best show listed, definitely.
But Tailspin, Goof Troop.
Tailspin is so good.
Boy Meets World. Smart Guy, Recess, Hercules, the series, all fire. Then
don't forget Gargoyles, man.
Oh, gosh. You know what? I looked at it.
You passed over.
Nah. So like I looked at it and I was like, fire, but I didn't say it. Timon and Pumbaa also. Don't sleep. Underrated. Timon and Pumbaa. It was dope.
I passed on because I'm not a Lion King fan, but so I never watched it.
No heart. Moving on. 2000s.
2000s.
All right.
We have UniqDNA's girlfriend, That's So Raven.
Nah, chill. Never liked her. Actually, okay, I take that back. I was in love with her when I was a kid.
I know you was.
I mean, because, she's Raven Simone, and we were the same age, and it was like, yeah,
and you was like,
you're awesome.
She was
and
on
she can rap.
She was on Hanging Mr. Cooper.
She was on Hanging
her own show.
Right, and she was amazing. But then she got older and crazy.
Yeah. But, hey, Raven, you still fine, though. Okay, and you still got talent. You may be different, and that's okay. You still fine, Raven. I'm still a semi fan. Such
a letdown. I used to tell my mom I was gonna marry her one day. I'm so glad that never came to pass. Moving on. So, 2000s, greatest of the 2000s. I gotta go Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, Phineas and Ferb, of course. Kim Possible, also dope.
Great
Lilo
show.
Stitch, dope. Emperor's New School, fire. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yo, I ain't gonna front. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is catchy as all get out. Because my kids watch. It's catchy.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't expect grown adults to be watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yo,
unless you got kids.
Right, but I seen them seeing grown adults be doing that hot dog dancing. Hot dog, and I'm like, yo, you too, hot dog dance, baby, yeah.
So I'm definitely watching all of these.
All right, let's jump to 2010s.
2010s. I'm running it down real quick. 2010s.
It's a disappointment, unfortunately, in these 2010s.
You know what though? I did not know Disney owned PJ Masks.
I didn't know that either until just now.
Until I just saw that. Yeah. Gravity Falls is dope. Girl Meets World was actually pretty good.
I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
It wasn't. I mean, it definitely wasn't Boy Meets World, but it was. I like the way they continued the story. They passed the torch, which is pretty cool. And similar to your Mighty Ducks preview idea, whatever you want to call it, they did sort of like show how they took the lessons from Mr. Feeney and applied them to their now adult lives. Yeah. And
good, because you can't have Feeney following everybody like a creep.
Yeah.
That was creepy.
So it's pretty cool that like Corey became a teacher in his old school, and he basically became like the new Mr. Feeney. His daughter was in his class. It was pretty cool. Moving on.
Well, Elena Valvalor is dope, y'all. If you haven't seen that,
Never saw it, but I might have to check it out.
Elena Valvalor is dope. Latina princess with some like a flying cheetah thing, animal pet is dope. I like Elena Valvalor.
I'll take it. I'll watch it. $6.99.
Yes. It's $6.99. Just because you can watch it.
Because it's $6.99, of course.
Yeah. But the rest of this list is pretty
Muppet. No, don't sleep on the Muppet Babies. They were fire.
I refuse to watch the new Muppet Babies.
Babies were fire.
I can't do it.
All right,
Original Muppet Babies are fire. Why don't I have the old ones at least? That's why
I am a little disappointed they don't have the old ones on here. But I also like, do they not own Fraggle Rock?
That's a good question.
Because
they do. It says Disney's Fraggle Rock on it. They should. I don't know.
Fraggle Rock.
Do they not have the? You think if they had the rights to the other Muppets, they would have the rights to the Fraggles too? You think?
Yes, we need Fraggle Rock.
We need Fraggle Rock up in this. Yes.
ASAP. That should have been a launch title.
That's a big oversight.
Yeah. Somebody dropped the ball on that one. Somebody needs to get fired for that. No, I don't want nobody to lose their job, but they should lose a couple of days.
It better come in the next iteration. That's all I know.
Yeah. Phase 2 or something. I don't know.
Right. All right, we jump into Pixar here.
All right, so everything Pixar is fire. You guys know that. Moving on.
Yeah, I was about to say, like is there anything?
Is there anything that Pixar can't make?
If we say anything that like. Is there something to say that don't watch you? I'm sorry. I will say this. Don't watch Cars 2. That's about it.
Cars 2
I'm sorry. Don't watch Cars 3. That was
Cars 3 was a disappointment. Cars 2 was fire.
I'm not going to call it fire, but it was all right. That's the only thing that Pixar put out on this list that said that's not worth watching it long. Don't watch Cars 3.
Because, Inside Out, dope. Monsters University, also dope. Finding Dory, lit. Cars 3.
I mean, we got the Toy Stories. Move on to your Star Wars.
I think of their favorite Disney princess.
Let's go to your Star Wars.
Star Wars, baby. Watch all of it. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, including the Mandalorian, which
The Mandalorian is gonna be so lit.
My girl Gina Carano.
Yeah. Mandalorian is gonna be so fire.
I think all the Lego Star Wars joints have been there too.
All the Lego Star Wars is dope. You can skip.
However,
you can skip Empire of Dreams. That was kind of whack.
I do have one thing I don't know about this yet though.
Which one?
Am I getting theatrical releases of my original trilogy, or am I getting the '90s theatrical releases with all the extra BS that Lucas threw in? Because if I don't get original '70s theatrical releases, I'm gonna be a little irritated.
So they're showing the '70s dates. So I'm assuming that's the originals.
I hope. I
mean,
I don't need that extra garbage in there. I don't need it. I don't want it.
Yeah. It was a little disappointing.
It did not help anything. Like it didn't. Like I didn't need the extra scene that they cut out in the original. With Han and darn it.
Leia or Greedo?
No, not even Greedo. Well, first of all, that's the number one thing that pisses me off. The whole Greedo shot first garbage that they put in that. And then you had the extra scene with Jabba and Han in front of the Millennium Falcon. They didn't need that crap. But the whole Greedo shot first, that pisses me off.
Yeah,
so I don't want to see that crap. I want original 77 release.
Also, Star Wars Clone Wars, fire. And they're redoing it. I heard they're continuing it or something like that.
I heard they're bringing it back.
So that's gonna be super fire. Star Wars Rebels also fire. Resistance is dope too. All the Lego go wrong there. Force Awakens, trash.
I wasn't gonna be the one to say it.
Yeah. Force Awakens is trash.
You know,
But
that's only because we haven't seen for the final Skywalker or whatever it's called.
I have no faith in J.J. Abrams, but you know.
Hey,
I don't know. Him and his stupid mystery box drive me nuts.
And all his lens flares, yo. I'm still blinded from Star Trek 2009.
Well, you can wear the.
I still got spots in my eyes.
You can buy the visor.
Yes.
Like,
what's that visor for? I'm going to the movies. Is this not Junior the 4-inch visor? Yes, it is. I'm wearing to go to the movies. Why? Because of all the J.J. Abrams lens flares. That's why.
I hate J.J. Abrams. He always starts out good and then try.
Okay.
You know what? I guess part of it is not all his fault because you got to blame the writers too, right? He doesn't write.
No, you can't blame the writers on lens flares, okay?
No, not their lens flares. I just mean like all his mystery crap that he.
Oh yeah, him and his stupid box. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot that box one day. If I ever see it,
Marvel.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Let's see. All right, Marvel.
So
Spider Woman.
Yes.
I remember watching Spider Woman, but I don't
I'm sorry
remember it.
That's
I remember it was trash.
Yes, it's trash.
But like I just remember, I vaguely remember certain scenes. But yeah,
it's trash.
Trash.
What is not trash? It's the X-Men series from Fox, baby.
That's gonna be lit.
Woo!
Fantastic Four series also lit. Incredible Hulk series also lit. X-Men Evolution.
Surfer series not so
Yeah.
X-Men
Evolution was meh.
Yeah.
World's Greatest Heroes was Iron Man, you already know, lit. Wolverine and the X-Men.
Nah.
Iron Man 3, trash.
You can't pay people to watch that, Joe.
Yeah. Thor the Dark World. It was
trash. Trash. It's the worst Marvel movie made. It's trash. It's worse than Iron Man 3. It's trash.
Okay.
At least Iron Man 3 it's trash.
A lot of these shows I've watched. I can't really. Let's see. The 2000s. Nothing that I will really watch there. 2010 Brain Games is actually pretty dope. Incredible Dr. Pole. It can be graphic at times, but it's a pretty good show.
I go from the only thing I've seen on here is
Life Below Zero is dope.
I have seen two things. Okay, I've seen Sharks of Lost Island.
Yep.
And I have seen I saw something else I've seen.
Dr. K's exotic animal ER, that's pretty dope. It's amazing what type of pets people have.
I did see some of no. Into the Grand Canyon? I think I saw some it wasn't it. It was something else going. It was some spelunking something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We were going spelunking.
Earth Live is dope in the 3D theater. I don't know what it would look like just watching it just on TV. But in those 3D theaters where they give you the
IMAX
chairs move and fly and all that.
Spray water on you. It's like shh.
Titanic 20 years later with James Cameron. That was kind of cool if you're into history.
I'm sick of talking about the history of a boat full of people that sunk. There's only so much you can say about a boat full of people that sunk.
Well, I like history, so I like to. I don't know. History. I like to live those times over again, even though I didn't live them.
I love history.
I'm more watch it for just that stuff, to see.
But there's only so much you can say about a boat full of people that sunk. There's only so many variables you can talk about.
They're having new discoveries every day.
New discoveries of what? Yes, they found another chest.
You know what? You have no heart. And it's $6.98.
I have plenty of heart. You know what do I have a heart for? I have a heart for Jack, okay? I hate Titanic. I hate the movie. But you know what? Jack could have fit in that freaking door. That woman didn't really love him. He was a fling. And she's like, I'm going to let him freeze to death and not let him get on this plenty big enough door for two skinny people to get their butts onto. He would have been fine, but come on.
Jack
man.
got everything he deserved for sneaking onto the boat in the first place.
He also deserved to freeze to death for sneaking on that boat. Come
That's right.
on, man. Shoot. And poor Billy Zane didn't make it out the movie.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
Billy Zane.
I mean, hey, I respect, of all the people on there, I respect the band the most. They were the best.
that is the gangster way to go out, though.
They went out gangster.
That's gangster. You go out just
down
playing.
punching. That's
gangster. I give them that. That's always the coolest thing I ever heard about Titanic was that the band played as they went down.
Yeah. Yeah, if you like Gordon Ramsay screaming at everybody, that's on there. Yeah, and then going to the random stuff. So we got Simpsons. I mean, you can't go wrong there.
Well, we'll have our thing. I can't stand the Simpsons.
Really?
I can't stand little I can't stand Simpsons.
So you don't like
liked
Futurama or Family Guy or any of those either?
I've never watched a single episode of Futurama.
Futurama is so. I like Futurama better than Simpsons.
I've never watched a single episode. I pick and choose my Family Guy episodes. And I honestly,
Season 4.
And I pick and choose through other soon probably to be on their Fox properties like American Dad. And
American Dad was trash. Cleveland was trash.
Cleveland show was trash. I like American Dad more than I like Family Guy. And mainly because
Steve, why?
Steve is the king of R&B. Okay, the Trapped in the Closet episode, straight hilarious. I found it
trash.
I found it consistently funnier than Family Guy. Family Guy was straight hit or miss for me. Where
first 4 episodes of Family Guy were hilarious. I mean, first 4 seasons of Family Guy were hilarious. Those are the only ones I own on the box set because everything else is trash.
And honestly, for me with Family Guy, most of the stuff I liked was just Stewie. So I would just go watch Stewie clips rather than watch the whole episode.
Stewie was awesome.
Especially
Stewie and Brian episodes were the best.
Especially when Brian got Stewie drunk at the party, drove home, and everything was like, whoa. It was like, whoa. And then he slowed down, I was like, whoa.
That's hilarious.
When he was training for the Olympics, that was great. And he got the glass stuck in his head.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Do I take it out? Do I leave it in? Do I take it out? Do I leave it in? Oh, no. Oh, love it. I love Stewie, but I could just take Stewie clips and not watch the rest of the episode for me. Except for the first episode, because that was, the pilot was great. That was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
And then Little Einsteins for the parents.
Little Einsteins is actually pretty
Little
good.
Einsteins I actually like. Especially
that's the only way I can get my son to sit in his car seat.
And that brother be playing the mess out those instruments too, and we be playing that, singing to our friend, the rocket ship, flowing through the sky. We're going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship, going through the sky. Little Einsteins, it's dope. Yeah. Little Einsteins. If you want your kid to like music, have them watch Little Einsteins. And the fact they educating these kids on Chopin and Beethoven and them and Bach, fire.
But
so that is a lot of media for $6.99. $6.99 or $12.99 and get your Hulu into ESPN Plus 2.
Plus.
That means you get that detail with Kobe and that detail with Peyton Manning.
Lit.
Come on.
You know what? I will say. So and I guess this is the new millennium era or whatever. Like everything is pro and plus, and you don't really get the pro and plus for what you pay for. Right. like the iPhone.
Because it's all marketing now.
Plus, because it should have been that size in the first place.
Right.
Disney Plus is actually a plus.
Yes, it's giving you a plus.
They're living up to the name.
Oh yeah,
they're living up to the name.
And when they buy everything else, then it'll really make sense. This is all of this was day one, and we left a lot of stuff out. Heck yeah,
all this is day one on November 12th. you will be able to watch all of this.
Yeah.
Like literally, you're gonna download your app or whatever, and boom, all of this is there.
Exactly.
There's got to be over. What is that? Like over 100.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's got to. I'm thinking like 200, 300 titles here.
Not 300, but there's definitely 100 to 150 titles that we skimmed.
And
through.
they definitely added stuff because I'm looking at the Marvel lineup, and I know that they added Endgame and they added some other stuff. So,
yeah, because the article we're referencing is from
this article is from
in
last
October.
month.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there has been some additions. So yeah, so
I mean,
this is
literally
in a matter of 3 days because it's now officially the 9th. So in a matter of 3 days,
yeah,
all this can be
like,
your viewing pleasure for $6.99.
Yeah.
And we're just plugging it because it's dope. We ain't getting no money. There ain't gonna be no affiliate link. It's just dope, and we just hype. So
because yeah, I'm just like I feel like as much as we were joking about, like, wait, there's more. Like, I feel like this is it. Like, it's an infomercial. Like, this is a game. So I'm like, there's no way you're giving me all this for $6.99, and I pay.
It's like them old Time Life commercials from back in the day and night, where like you get the romance album, but wait, there's more. If you order now, you get 2 other romance albums.
Right. But wait, if you order now and you refer a friend, you get these other 13 CDs for free.
For free. All you pay is $6.99 and shipping and handling. Yeah, what it is.
Yeah.
You get a whole box of CDs that you're never gonna listen to.
Right. And then you get on their mailing list and they just keep mailing you stuff, and then they send you a bill.
For $500.
Right.
Yes, well, sir, you inadvertently joined the Time Life and Columbia House clubs, and we're going to send you 1 DVD for $35 a month. It's like, what? No, I didn't.
Scary thought that our kids won't know what CDs are one day.
Oh, yeah.
More so my kids than yours, but still.
Yeah, well, my young ones is close. Like they haven't. My youngest haven't lived in a world without iPads.
Like, hey, guys, we used to get CDs in the mail. They're like, what? The mail? What's the mail?
What's mail? You mean
you mean the guy that brings the Amazon boxes?
Right. Kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, sort of like that.
Except for letters.
Yeah, and
bills on paper. Yeah. Yes, the thing you color on paper. Yes. Yeah.
You're the reason why we don't have a rainforest anymore.
You killed the rainforest, didn't you?
You killed the rainforest for your mail.
It is wild because when my kids are watching older stuff and then they sit there and laugh, and I'm like, you don't understand that reference at all.
Not at all.
Why are you laughing?
You're just laughing because
you hear laughter.
There's like some canned laughter in there, yeah.
Or it's because it was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Hey.
They heard the crowd laughing, so they laughed. I'm like, you don't understand that joke at
or
all.
It's just like it was set up for a punchline. It's like you intuitively knew you're supposed to laugh here.
Laugh. It's like, you don't know what a phone box is. Stop lying. Come on.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. So, Jeeks, we are hyped. If you cannot tell.
Yeah.
Very excited. Well, of course, we will be also very excited if you end up doing some of the things that we're doing, playing what we're playing, picking up Shenmue 3. I know I will be.
Shenmue 3 in the building.
Yes,
sir. Time, but I will be there. See, this is gonna be the hard thing though, because on the 12th,
it's Disney Plus.
And then 7 days later, I get Shenmue 3.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with my life? And
you don't have to ask guys.
And Pokemon Sword and Shield is coming out on I think the 16th.
Yeah, I think that's the 16th. I got an email about that.
And
I don't even play Pokemon, and I know that's coming out. Yeah, that's gonna be.
What am I gonna do? I need an extra 24 hours in a day.
Yeah, we just need more time. We're just gonna pray for the sun to stand still, and we'll be all right. We'll make it.
I just won't sleep for like ever.
We'll be able to.
So
not the 16th, the 15th. The 15th.
Even worse. That means I only have 3 days of Disney Plus before I have to throttle my binge watching.
Mm-hmm. You better finish that Sword and Shield in 4 days too.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough holiday season for me. Y'all pray for me.
Yeah, pray for a brother, because UniqDNA needs it. And if you want to pick up Sword and Shield or you haven't pre-ordered it, we'll probably throw some of the links in there.
Facts.
Just because we want y'all to be able to play with us too. Or play with UniqDNA, because I ain't got time to play Pokemon. I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't got that type of time, nor the ability to get.
I probably don't either, but it's gonna be on.
Well,
it's gonna be on the Switch, so I'll keep it mobile.
We keep it mobile, baby. That's right. Well, that is gonna be it for this episode of the original Jeek podcast. To bless y'all earballs. Yes, I am your host, Rockinmrmagic. He is UniqDNA. Again, we thank you for listening, but we could not possibly do this alone. Not without you, Jeeks, who continue to support us. Please rate, review the show on your favorite podcasting app of choice. We are on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, CastBox, and I even confirmed this week we are on
Google Play, baby.
Y'all. Yeah. But if you can't find us, let us know at jeeknation@gmail.com or message us on Facebook at jeeknation. And remember, Jock plus Geeky equals awesome, y'all. And until next time,
peace.
Peace.
Ready to make an entrance, so backward cut.
Come on, cut for me.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, slow down. Whoa, speed up.
This is DJ What, and you're listening to the original Jeek podcast.